Okay, doing a sound check. All right, sound is good. Going live. Maybe. All right, I think everything's okay. Let's get this party started. What time is it anyway? 12 noon on the game time, not real time. Let me cut that down to 1. Find my chat, which has disappeared. There it is. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Man, jumped right in. Not used to doing a Sunday stream, so I wasn't sure if anybody'd show up. But anyway, I'm on a new map. Springdale. It's a small map, but it looks kind of fun. Except for these bushes everywhere. I don't know what these are. These cranberry bushes or strawberries or... But they're all over the map. Completely all over the map. 9 p.m. in UK. Yeah, that's why I usually stream at 1 o'clock. I got. Well, it's funny because a good share of my stream watchers are in the UK, Scotland, and other places in Europe. So I try to come on a little bit early for their benefit. Ghost Rider sounds crappy. Well, it's me. It's got to sound crappy. You know what I mean? Scorpion's in the house. I've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Have you been on Discord, Scorp? All right, so yeah, this is a new map. I've been playing it for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Just getting everything, getting my own equipment, getting everything figured out. Where's everything? What does it do? All that kind of stuff. We've got a shop in here. We've got a shop down somewhere else in here, I believe. So there's 2 shops. Got a nice big shop here. It's kind of big enough for I have not used Pigpen for the longest time. So I'm using Pigpen because it's a smaller map. And I can't use that great big plow that I normally use. I got a pretty much John Deere everything. So, except for Big Brute. Well, never mind. I guess there's a lot of stuff that's not John Deere. But most of my tractors are John Deere. I'm using John Deere because, again, it's a small map. And the big buds are just overkill. Oh, hey Andy, how are you doing? Okay, Scorp. Yeah, I hadn't tried in the last hour or so. I was getting ready for the live stream. I decided to do a live stream today. I'm thinking about changing my schedule for live streaming. Did I say screaming? I think I did. Ah! Tuesdays and Thursdays are too damn close together, and they're not necessarily the best days for me personally to stream because I have things that go on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm thinking maybe if I do 2 live streams a week, maybe I should spread them out a little bit. Now, as far as my videos go, on the videos I take Sunday and Monday off. And the reason I do that is Sunday's the Lord's Day, but Monday is the day that YouTube says nobody's watching. So if you look at the whole 7-day week, YouTube says Monday's the day that's the very slowest as far as people watching YouTube. So I decided to take Sunday and Monday off some time ago. So now I'm thinking maybe Sunday would be a good day to stream since I'm not putting a video up, and doing Wednesday instead of Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm thinking Sunday and Wednesday, and I'll see how that goes. But anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I need to get my seeder going, I guess. Let me show you what I've done. This is the main farm right here. Your main farmhouse is over here. I bought me a big dually truck, but you can walk in the house. Let me slow the walking down. Does anybody have this map, by the way? There's a radio. I'm not turning it on. You got a TV, seems pretty low to the ground. I think I'd put the TV up where that picture is. You got a fireplace that even has fireplace noise. Can you hear the crackling? A little bit. God Duck, how are you? Ginger's in the house. Sound is okay, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. So, there's a fireplace. You got some kind of a upstairs. I haven't been upstairs yet. I don't even know if you can get. I guess you can. Wow, it's like a dungeon. There's a gold nugget. And this guy looks like he's getting ready to take a trip. Oh my God, look at that bed. It looks rock hard. There's a fireplace up here, but no pit or anything. Set of sound controllers, I guess. I don't know. Oh, what's this? A bathroom? Oh my God, it's got a bathroom with a dirty radiator. This looks like a prison bathroom. Maybe it is. All right, let me get out of this house. So anyway, yeah, you can wander in the house and all that kind of stuff. There's a kitchen. Nothing in the fridge, doesn't open. Another door to the outside. These gates everywhere. I did do some work. I took the collision off all these poles because I kept running into them. Let's see, what else did I do? I added... Now you get, with this farm, you get the main fruit. So you get all the main stuff, and that's pretty much it. And then, let's see. You can sell your milk and your slurry and crap-a-doodle-doo. Your wool, that kind of stuff. Mixed rations. Yeah, empty pallets, white and yellow sugar, that kind of stuff. Oh, you're playing Newland? I just deleted Newland. I didn't like it. So, I put this thing in so you can see what I've got. This storage unit here, it didn't hold as much, so I boosted it up to 3 million. It didn't hold as much as I wanted it to hold. And it only had the wheat, barley, canola, corn, sunflower, soybeans, and sugar cane. It had nothing else. So I added sugar beets, potatoes, silage, chaff, straw, grass, hay, and manure. So those are the only changes I made to the storage unit outside of the 3 million. And what else did I do? Oh, I don't use this clampy doodle-doo thing, so I took this out. What this was... There were big stacks of rubber tires all over this place here, and I took all of this out. I don't use that. I added a seed maker machine here, and I added my mixing stations down here. And then, let's see, let me run across, if I can get across this river. I just swam the... Okay, so this is, I don't know really what this is. There's a pig farm here and a cow farm, and it doesn't seem to have anything to do with you that I can tell, because the pigs and stuff are there, but you don't own them. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. If you look at the map, they call it Springdale cattle and Springdale pigs. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but there's an area here that the mod author left for you to put placeables. So I put in a refinery. I put in my sugar factory that does the white and yellow sugar, and I put in a a fertilizer and a liquid fertilizer. There's the fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer's over here, or vice versa. I can't remember. And then this is the sell point for the sugar factory. So far, I think that's the extent of the placeables that I've put in. Oh boy, what else did I do? Okay, I bought a few extra fields because the fields, if you look at them, are very small. Let me show you. See how small the fields are? They're very small. It's a small map. So when you start, you own 1, 5, and 2. So I bought 3 and 4 to go with it to do that. Now, if we look at the field management in the credit union of Hagenstedt, you'll notice that the fields are really cheap, and there's not that many. You only have 13 fields, and I already own almost half of them. But if you look at there, the most expensive one is 8, isn't it? No, 10. 10's the most expensive one, and it's less than $1 million. So I could actually go out there and almost buy every field, pretty cheap. So, but I just settled for the ones up in my area here. Now here's the thing that's interesting to me. There's a grass field. The G1 is grass, G2 is grass, G3 is grass, G4 is grass, G5 is grass, G6, G7. Why do you need that much grass? I don't get that. So what I'm probably going to do is start plowing some of this stuff up. I'm getting plenty of grass between grass 1 and grass 2. And grass 5, what a waste of real estate that is. It's grass 5 would almost be the biggest field outside of maybe this 10 here. And it's grass. So I think I'm going to plow that up and farm it. Anyway, there you go. I'll see what I'm going to do with that. All right, let's see. I've not been reading this chat here. How do I do what? Who are you talking to? How do you do what? I saved the video for that. Is this a U.S. map? I have no idea. I'm guessing it is. But I don't know any place in the United States that has berries all around every damn field. But at least he didn't put collision on them. You can run right through them, so that's a good thing. I'm using Thing on the grass. Let me get that going. And like I said, this grass field is 2. And look, that's quite a bit of grass. So I don't know why they had so much grass in this thing. Let me get this guy going here. Uh-oh. Oh, he went that far and got full. Like I said, I've got all John Deere equipment as far as tractors and combines. I need to do some seeding right now, though. I've got... oh, look at that tractor. Look at that. Oh, she's pulling her panties down. My John Deere makes her clothes come off. What? I think I've seen that before, but I forgot all about it. Alright. You gotta have broken hands to drive this John Deere. You got guy's hands. Oh my god. Guy's handicapped. Yeah, no problem, Bill. I don't get on Discord much, but I can get over there and talk to you. I usually know when you guys are on, but I'm usually recording or something. Now, for those of you that forgot about this seeder, This is the one I named Pig Pen. And as you can tell when you drive it, the dirt just flies on this thing. Even when you're not driving on dirt. That's why I called it Pig Pen. Isn't that funny? Oh, I need some fertilizer. I've got some seeds in the seed maker, but I don't have any fertilizer, so let me run and get some. I need to make fertilizer, but to make the fertilizer, you have to have manure, and I just now bought the cattle, so, and I haven't fed the cattle anything, so I doubt if they're making too much manure. All right, let's get up here. There we go. Oh no, that's seeds. I didn't want seeds, I want fertilizer. Why is the fertilizer not going in? There it is. Well, okay, so I've got seeds. Well, you know, it's so hard to tell. Even the guys that make the American maps, a lot of the American maps are made by Europeans, and they have no idea what America looks like. And they generally say, well, we got it from Google Maps. Well, that means absolutely nothing if you're going to go and throw all these hedges and stuff in that we don't have over here. We don't put hedges on our farmland. But anyway, I want to point something out to you guys. If you remember that mod that I got, that let me get out of this thing. You remember the mod that does this, that changes it to bushels and gallons and pounds and all that, and tons and that kind of stuff? Is anybody using that? Because if you are, I want to point something out. If you're using that mod, and I'm going to turn course pay on so I can get a pointer here. Down here, if you're using this mod, like right here, you're going to see some green numbers right here that cover up the bushels. Okay, now you notice mine is gone because I figured out what was putting those green numbers in there. And if you want to leave those green numbers in there, that's perfectly fine. But if you don't want them in there and you're using this mod, let me know and I can tell you how to take them out. So I'll wait and see if anybody needs help with that. But yeah, it didn't take very long to figure out what it was. Alright, I don't want to do barley. What do I want to do here? I've got wheat and barley. Let me see what I've got. If you're using it, John, do you get that those green numbers that I'm talking about? Do you see those when you use that mod? Alright, I've got a little bit of barley and wheat. Very little canola. Corn, sunflower, soybeans, sugarcane, sugar beets. I need potatoes. God, I don't want to do potatoes. I wonder if there's a field that's got potatoes on it already. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Potatoes are what color? Kind of a poo brown. Yeah, I don't see anything. That one's too light a color. 8. What's on 8? Not that. Barley, I think. Alright, I'm going to have to plant some potatoes, I believe. So, let's do that. You do? Okay, well, John, or anybody else that's curious, the green numbers The green numbers come from the drive control mod. So what you have to do is you have to go into Documents, My Games, Farm Sim 17, and find the XML file for drive mod config. And when you go in there, you're gonna show. There's gonna be something that shows. God, what is it? I think it's shared information, or God. What that green numbers do is it shows you, if you have a piece of equipment close by, what how much is in it. So like if you're pulling a seeder, it's showing you what's in the seeder, or something similar. If you're driving by if you've got a combine going and you've got a truck and trailer that you're driving next to it, the numbers in the truck and trailer are going to tell you how much is in the combine next to you. Okay, so there's something in there. You just need to go and change it from true to false. And there's several things in there. There's the shuttle control, stuff like that. But if you take that off, then the green numbers will go away. I'm going to do potatoes here. See how far I can get without running out of potato seeds. Oh God. Spread lime instead of plowing your field over every third harvest. Great. The more I hear about 19, the more it sounds like too much work. Now this, oh, I wanted to show you something. Let me turn this off. Hang on. I want to show you something that made me laugh. All right, so notice the textures. I love the maps that have the nice textures on it, where when you drive on the field, it slows you down, and it's really rough. So it looks like there's actually ridges here. Some maps that you play, the texture looks like glass that's painted brown or dirt colored, and you drive across it, and it's like driving across you know, solid metal or glass or something completely smooth. So I like the terrain that does what this one's doing. Let me grab my pickup truck. I want to show you something. This guy put mud in this map, and he put mud in so damn deep it's like your truck just almost up to the rims, man. It's just really, watch this. Look at the amount of mud. Holy crud. It's clear up on top of the truck. Anyway, I like the texture that does this. It gives you a little bit. See? Your truck actually looks like it's driving over something. I like that. But yeah, this guy puts so much mud in here. It's funny. It makes me just howl with laughter. There's even a little bit in the fields sometimes. You'll find a little bit of mud in the fields. But yeah, it just makes me laugh. Doesn't take much to make me laugh though. Alright. Sorry, little sidetrack there. I wonder, let me try to hire a worker, see how that does here. Who we got working here? Josh Cantlin. All right, I gotta start putting some stuff in for cattle field. Oh, by the way, I I didn't have to put my silage mod in because there's a silage maker up here. You just take your grass, dump it here at this point right here, and it magically goes in that thing. I guess there's a diesel generator there that operates that thing, and then your silage comes out here, and it makes silage very quickly. I mean, it's not instantaneous by any means, but I put a whole load of grass in there and went and plowed a field and came back, and it was already done. It was 100,000. Well, I don't know what it is now because I have that other mod in, but whatever it amounts to. Let me grab some grass here. $42 tons. You got 42 tons. Yeah, oilseed radishes. I never did. I think I did maybe once, and I never did it again. It's like those weeders. I never used those either. But then you guys know I'm lazy. Too much work. Hey, Gino's in the house. I didn't see you come in, Gino. Well, I can guarantee you that if you go to Plymouth, Wisconsin, you're not going to find these hedges around every field. Or whatever they are. Raspberries or strawberries or some kind of berries. 19 will have weeds. Oh, jeez. Great. There goes my fun game. It's going to turn into work. It's going to go to a game like Farmer's Dynasty, where you got to do everything manually and everything's in real time. Whoa! Alright, so there I'm making a little bit of silage. Let me grab some silage since I've already made some. And going the wrong way. Oh, there it was right there. 32 tons. But that's interesting because it's 32 tons in the storage unit, but it's pounds in the truck. Now, Alan, when you say that 19 have weeds, are you talking about marijuana? Because I've already got a map that's got marijuana on it. Well, I don't think it's going to take all of this silage, so... But I can go feed the animals because they're starving. I haven't fed the animals yet. Oh, that reminds me. This game, this map has got the water troughs that you have to buy. I better get up and get that done. I forgot about that. Is that it there? What's that? Tech Farm. Got to purchase. Okay, hit the R key. Would you like to pay $5,000 to install a new pipeline to allow direct filling of the cow water trough? Maintenance cost is $20 a day. See, this is not right. Because they ask you, would you like to pay? Well, of course I'm not going to like to pay it. I may have to pay it if it's part of the deal, but I won't like it. They need to change the grammar on that. Who in their right mind would like that? Local plumber will arrive at 6 to install your new tech farm. Oh, great. It takes 14 to 1,400 hours before it takes effect. All right, fine. I might have to speed time up on a game then. I've got it set at 1. Let me kick it up to 5 at least, I guess. Now, that's the cattle. Where were the pigs? Pigs are yonder, I think. Over here. In 1900, you sleep through the night. Yeah, I know. I'm learning more about 19 than I ever wanted to know because I'm going to be disappointed now. Let's see. Where's the pigs? As the more I hear, the more disappointed I'm getting. And oh, there it is, right there. Let's do this again. Same thing. I'm not liking it, but I'll do it. And then I got to go do the sheep. The sheeps. And then I got to feed them all. So I'm gonna. I mentioned this earlier when I first came on the live stream when I first started. I'm changing my schedule, kind of. I guess I'm gonna test it anyway. I'm gonna be live streaming Sunday and Wednesday because Tuesday and Thursday is too damn close together and it's upsetting me. So I don't like to live stream that much. Where's the sheep? There it is. No, that's not it. Where are they at? Up there. Oh, wow. They got the chickens up by the sheep. You know what? I didn't realize that the chickens weren't on the farm. I like that. I hate when they put chickens right on the farm because they're so noisy. All right, here we go. Have you played this map, OGF USA map 2018? 2018? Isn't 2018 the one you'd play on the phone or something? All right, Scorp. See you later, bud. Well, I gotta put water in there since that's not gonna be fixed. Oh shoot! I didn't buy a water trailer. I need to buy a water trailer. Well, I think I'm gonna just kind of do one of those, I suppose. I'm gonna make it white because I'm gonna use it for milk. And then I need a truck to pull it with. Right. Let's see. I'm going to pull it with a Scania, I think. Put a decent sized engine in it. There we go. Oh, the map has 28. The name has 28. Okay. Okay, I got you. So I haven't seen it. Now, one of the problems on this map is if you buy equipment that's small enough to drive through the doors, you're okay. But now I'm stuck. What? That's weird. But some of the equipment that I bought was too big, like a combine. You can't get the combine out of the building. So you have to reset it if you don't have TARDIS. To get it out of the building, that's kind of awkward. So I'm just going to do this. Stick it up on the grass field. Let's go get it dirty through the mud. That's always fun. Now, I don't know where there's any water here. So I know there's a hydrant down here. But I don't know if you can get water from it. I saw a water hydrant somewhere. There it is. I don't know if that's where you're supposed to get your water or not. Let me see if I can get water out of this hydrant. You can. It costs you money. Oh no! Bernie SCS, is that SCS the same SCS that they make the truck driving games? Okay, I'm gonna not be able to pronounce this one. Hi, is it Dabia? Laurenti? Nice car. Gotta get all the milk. Oh, milk. I'm thinking milk. Alright. Let's run up to the sheep and give them some water, I guess. Look at this road. Oh my god, I almost got stuck on it. What did I hit? I hit something. Alright, where's the water trough? Way over there. Somebody left the gate open. Sheep are going to get out. Now, I didn't put any grass in there, but they've already got grass in there. How'd that happen? That's odd. Oh, look, there's water over there, too. I wonder if that water costs money. Look at all this garbage they just left out here. What? Why would you just have a dump in your own property? And not only that, if that looks like it's mostly steel. You know how much money steel's worth? I'd scrap that in a heartbeat. Let's see if I have to pay for this water. Yeah, you do. Nothing's free in this world. Alright, I got enough water. I like the horses, that the horses run. Look at that. See the horses? Instead of just kind of walking along, they kind of trot. I like that. That's cool. There's the chicken farm. Okay. Let me see if I can... Oh! I took that one a little bit too tight. Now I'm stuck. Oh, no. I'm stuck. Oh, shoot. I gotta call Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Give me a break, Doctor Who. Alright. So much for that. Let's go up and give the cattle some water. Man, that thing really jackknife easy. Alright, where is the water tank? Do I have to go inside? There's the feed tank, or trough over there. Let's see where the water trough is at. Oh, there's a feed trough in there, too. Oh, the water's right there. Oh, shoot. I couldn't see it because of the fence. Alright, let's go back out. No dew for me. Come on. I only drink Mountain Dew now when I live stream because I'm not supposed to have the caffeine, and I've been having chest pains lately, so I've been cutting back on the caffeine. So that, man, I want my Mountain Dew. It's not soup du jour time though. All right, let's see. There it goes. So I bought 50 cows, 50 pigs, and 50 sheep. That should start me out with some poo pretty quick, because I need the poo to start making fertilizer. And now I need to go to the pig pen. I tried to do too many things at once. I was taking silage over to the mixing station, wasn't I? Doggone it. This thing jackknifes so easy. Well, what it's kind of hard to see, but if you look, the surface isn't exactly flat. So I think I hit something where it's not a flat area and it jackknifes. It has nothing to do with my driving. Look at how dirty my truck got. Oh my God. Now I do have a mod that when midnight rolls around, it automatically washes all the vehicles. So let's see. Silage goes in that side. Scotch is, but I don't drink alcohol. Alright, silage isn't going in, so I've got to get a different angle here. Even though I hit a trigger, must not have been the right trigger. Go in at an angle. See if I can hit it. There we go. Scotch, huh? What's a good scotch? Like I said, the hedges aren't too bad because he did take the collision off of them. Right at the moment, I'm drinking a Schnapple Diet Peach Tea. Oh, where am I going? Darn it. Didn't mean to do that. Need to grab some straw. Where's the straw? Not there, I guess. There we go. Straw. At 12 tons. What, the drinking issue? Next thing you know, you'll get me smoking cigars. I don't mind smoking anything that I don't have to inhale. I can't believe how stupid it is that people take smoke into their lungs. You know, you have to breathe fresh air to stay alive, and they're putting crap in their lungs. I can't believe that. That's so dumb. I'll never smoke. Somebody said, well, you may need medical marijuana. I said, well, they'll have to put it in a brownie because I'm not going to smoke it. White and McKay. Johnny Walker, Black Label. I've heard of that, Gino. Alright, straw goes in the middle. We're making a mixed ration sandwich here. Straw goes in the middle. Arbig and Anok Bush Mills. I've heard of Bush Mills. I've heard that. I don't know what the rest of it is. All right, now I've got straw in the truck, so I may as well go up and put straw in the cattle area and the pig area. See, this farm area is a little deceiving because it looks like it's flat, but it's really not. Now, where did the straw go? Does it go in here? I think it does. I think it goes in the barn. Right, there it goes. Right there. So you got to go into the pasture to get to the barn. That's okay. I don't think they... Uh-oh. I got stuck. Look out, cow. Oh, my God. Ghost cows. Lapro egg. Are we still doing scotch? Lapro egg. Man, I tell you, the guy that made this map sure threw the mud in, I'll tell you. I can drive on the field. There's no crop on it yet. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, that didn't work very well. I hit something hard. Okay, so let's see. Is this where the straw goes? Yep. Oh, I had enough straw. They didn't take as much as the cattle. So, more scotch, huh? Will scotch get you drunk? Whee! I love doing that. All right. Glenfiddich. I don't know what happened to my potato guy, but he kind of got sidetracked, I think. Okay, let's put this away. And then, let's see, I didn't put any grass in, did I? So I think I need grass. You say scotch, we say whiskey. Whiskey! It can, but you're not supposed to get drunk on it. Well, what's the point of drinking it then? You say scotch, we say whiskey. So, okay, so is this a sipping thing? Because I've heard people talk about a sipping drink. Is that brandy? What's brandy? Is brandy a liqueur? I think brandy's different than whiskey, isn't it? You can tell I don't drink. I don't know anything about it. And thank God I don't drink beer, because I live in America. We don't make beer here. I don't know what it is we make, but it isn't beer. If I do drink a beer, I tend to like the real dark, heavy stuff. A spirit. Okay, so are we talking brandy? Brandy's a spirit. No, it's brandy. It's not whiskey. Okay, right. Well, that's what I meant. Brandy is not whiskey. Brandy's something else. That's why I was asking if brandy was a liqueur, but maybe not. So I don't know. No stout. You talking about beer? I don't know. What do they call a stout? If I go to get a beer, I generally will ask for a dark beer or a malty beer. I like something that's like thick and strong. I don't have a real sense of smell, because people will say, "Oh gosh, can you smell that?" And I say, "No, I don't smell anything." And so, you know, the sense of smell and your sense of taste kind of go together. And I can prove that by, hey, if you get a head cold, your food doesn't taste right. So I tend to like things that are kind of strong in flavor. And that's why I think I like the darker beer is stronger. Like when I drink tea a lot. My wife doesn't necessarily, when I brew the tea, she has to add water to it, because when I brew it, I brew it strong. All right, let's see. I need wheat. I don't know if I have any. I do have some corn. Let's do some corn. Brandy is a spirit from stilled wine. Oh, no wonder. I'm not a wine drinker. I'm a whiner, but I'm not a wine drinker. I mean, I whine all the time. Alrighty. What was I say? What was I going for? I was going for corn, wasn't I? Corn sold in the bushels. Yeah, see, when I was a kid, I've told this story before. My uncle was a pipe smoker, and he smoked a type of tobacco called cherry blend, and oh my God, it smelled so good. It doesn't smell like that when you're actually the smoker, I found out. But I always wanted to, when I got older, I wanted to smoke a pipe and sniff some brandy or whatever it's called, and read books in a library, you know, in some kind of a robe, sleeping jacket, or smoking jacket or something, like you saw in the old movies and stuff. That always appealed to me. Well, I did buy a pipe when I got out of the house and a little bit older, and I found out that pipe smoking wasn't that pleasant. It burns, it's hot, the pipes are hot, the smoke just smelled like smoke. It didn't smell like the cherry blend that I remembered when I was a kid, and I wasn't all that enamored with it. Jim Beam, I have heard of Jim Beam. All right, that took all my corn. I don't have any potatoes, which reminds me, I better get this guy done or I'm not going to have any potatoes. I don't know what happened here. He kind of quit, didn't he? John Deere sounds kind of funny. Smoking is disgusting. Well, I think that too, but then, you know, there's a lot of things in life that are disgusting. A lot of people tell you sex is disgusting, but it's sure a lot of fun. Old Jack is bourbon, not whiskey. Brandy's a cheap kind of cognac. I've had some brandy, I know that, because remember when I told you that when I grew up I wanted to smoke, I have a pipe and a drink and in a brandy snifter. I think that's what they call the brandy glass, and read a book, you know, because I'm an avid book reader, and I've got my own little library, and be in a smoking jacket, and I think when I bought the pipe, I think I bought a bottle of brandy. I just can't remember, but I think I did. And of course, none of it panned out for me because I don't drink and I don't smoke, and it just wasn't right. It wasn't it wasn't like I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be real romantic, and you know, it just was nasty. I tell people now, if you see me smoking, grab a bucket of water and throw it on me, because I'll be on fire if I'm smoking. If you find me smoking, I'm going to be on fire. Okay, so we got some potatoes. We got some sugar beets. I want to do some sugar cane because I want to use my sugar factory. But let me go get some more seeds before I run up the hill. See why I call this thing Pigpen? Look at the mess he makes. I always thought it was a John Deere, but it's a horse. So you gave up smoking for Lent, huh? That's right. That's right. Alan knows. He's heard me say it before. I used to say that so much. Everybody used to say that. I'd walk up and say, I know. You hate dogs, you hate cats, and most people. And I don't chase women I can't catch. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't chase women I can't catch. Well, I wouldn't know what to do with them if I did. Now, this is supposed to have seeds in it. Why am I not getting any seeds? Odd. That's odd. Let me see. Uh-oh, I missed a spot. I didn't realize I missed a spot there. I'm the tax man's nightmare. Did you ever watch? I watch Oxhorn all the time. I've been watching Oxhorn for years. He's in Seattle, close to where I'm at. He does that, what is it, Scotch and smoke rings. He does a good job. He does with Fallout 4 what I wish I would have done when I started doing YouTubing. But I don't know if I could ever do what he does. It's a lot of work. An awful lot of work. Well, I can't figure out why I'm not getting any seeds there. So, because, oh, I know why. That's the seed thing that you have a trailer. I don't have a trailer. I'm supposed to be over here. Sorry, I got confused. There we go. No, I didn't, Andy, and I'm getting worried about it because the weather's kind of turning nasty for the summer's gone here now, and the guy hasn't showed up yet, so I'm getting a little worried. Yeah, he does a lot of Fallout 4. I'm talking about Oxhorn, and what he does takes a tremendous amount of work because he plays and narrates. He doesn't talk while he's recording. He records a ton of video, and then he edits it all together. Oh, I'm stuck in the mud. But to do what he does, you have to do several playthroughs of the game. And he will, if you have a choice of 4 things, when you respond to an NPC, he does all 4 of them so he can show you what will happen depending on how you respond to the characters. And so he has to play through many times to get all the different things that can happen in the game recorded, and then he has to add that, put it all together and make it into a story. It's just a lot of work, but I wish I had started something like that. I just don't have the talent. All right, let's not do that. I'm too lazy to do that. Yeah, but they're not, the microtransactions, according to what I've read, are not game related as far, and what I mean by that is the thing that people get upset about microtransactions are 2 things. One of them is that you have to buy something that should already be in the game. The other one is that that you're buying something that makes you better than anybody else. So it's what they call pay to win. So in other words, somebody can go out there and throw $100 real money down and have a better character than what you can get by actually playing the game. So they can beat you, or they can do something in the game that you can't because they're more powerful, and they got more powerful by paying actual money. Those are the kind of microtransactions that people don't like. The microtransactions that it sounds like they're going to put in are things like, okay, you want a red hat for 50 cents, you can buy a red hat. That kind of thing. Clothing, armor, but not armor that's going to improve your character. It's just cosmetic stuff. That's what I've heard anyway. We'll find out. I'm waiting to get my beta key because I pre-purchased it. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to do potatoes here. I think I'm going to do sugar baits. Sugar baits. Sorry, I had to cough. Let me choose the field that I want to put. I think I'm going to do field number 2 in sugar cane. So I'm going to do sugar beets here, I guess. Yeah, I watched, they had a question and answer thing at some QuakeCon that they had last weekend, and I watched the whole live stream of it. I started watching Oxhorn, but I switched over to the real one and watched it live. And then I waited until Oxhorn made a video of it, and I went back and just watched his response to it. Yeah, it's always going to be an online game. It's never going to be a single-player game. And you're not going to be able to play it single-player. There's a difference on playing a game solo and playing a game that's single player. Now, World of Warcraft is an online game, and it's always been an online game, and I've always played it solo, and I've been able to do it. I've got many characters at the highest level I can get, except for the expansion that just came out last week. Is going to let you jump up another 10 levels. So I'm working on my characters. I've got about 10 characters that are really high level, and I've done it all solo. I haven't done PvP. I hate PvP. So I know you can do it. So when Fallout says that you're going to be able to solo the game, I believe them. So I went ahead and bought it. And that doesn't mean that I won't end up playing with other people. I did in World of Warcraft for a while, but they were friends and relatives. I didn't play with strangers. I do occasionally, like right now, I'm trying to level my characters up with the new expansion, and there's a couple of things that I have to get from a dungeon or a raid. Well, that means you have to go in with a pug, what they call a pug group. And so I do that. It's not too bad though, because what happens is if you do it right, you can sign up for a dungeon or a raid, and if you get enough people that come in, you can run through it and just lickety split, and everybody's just just throwing everything they've got at the bad guys, and you go through it like goose, like rice through a goose, or whatever that saying is. Yeah, I know, I saw that. Which I don't care. I wouldn't play it on PlayStation anyway. I'm a PC player. I'm always going to be a PC player, even though I've got PlayStation and Xbox, and I do play on Xbox and PlayStation, but I prefer playing on the PC. But it's Sony again. Sony will not, you know, they if it's not done what they want, they won't go along with it. It's unfortunate. All right, now I'm going to do, on field number 4, I'm going to do sugar cane. Let me switch to sugar cane before I forget. And in my next harvest, I want to do a ton of canola, because I did put in a refinery, and I want to make, oh no. Oh, I have not used Pigpen since they put in sugar cane. I did not mod Pigpen for sugar cane. Great. I need another seeder. Let me lease one, and then I've got to write that down. Let me see. I need to remod Pigpen. If I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. And then when I get off here, I'll remod Pigpen. There was another map that I needed to use Pigpen on. I can't remember which one it was. Let's see. Sewing machines. I'm just going to lease one. I need a smaller one. I don't need a big one. The Amazon, did I do that? Oh, that's too big. That's a 48 planter. Let me get this little John Deere here and see if I put... Okay, yeah, I put sugarcane in it. Right, okay. I'm going to lease this one. And if this works out, I may buy this one too, because Pigpen's kind of awkward to use. Let me ship this thing over to the farm. Right there it is. Let's reset it. It resets it down on this field down here. Holy smokes. Yeah, the only reason I got, I mean, I had a PlayStation before I ever had an Xbox. I never got an Xbox till real late in the game. The first Xbox I bought was the actual Xbox that came out, but it was late, and I got a used one. The first Xbox I actually bought new was the 360. And I always played the PlayStation. Now, the only reason I play the PlayStation is if, oh, there's a spot right in the middle that I didn't get seated, or got seated sideways. Oh well. The only reason or the only thing I play on the Sony PlayStation now are games that are exclusive to Sony. So if there's a game that comes out cross-platform, I usually get it for the Xbox. And people say, well, it's better graphics on the PlayStation. It might be, but I get more benefits out of it if I play it on the Xbox than I do, because Sony's so particular about their systems. It's just, you know, oh my God, this has liquid fertilizer. I didn't realize that. Hey, Alan, thank you. I'm ready for a Mountain Dew, which is another reason why I'm switching. You want to hear the main reason I'm switching from Sunday to Wednesday on live streaming? That gives me a great big break in between so that I can have a Mountain Dew, because I was taking a Mountain Dew on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's too much caffeine in a short period of time. Now, if you believe that, I've got some stuff I'd like to sell you. That's not the reason. I just thought of that though. My wife would love that reason. She doesn't like me drinking Mountain Dew because of the caffeine. She's the one that has to haul my ass to the doctor all the time when I have chest pains. Anyway. Here's the thing though. I have what they call angina. So I have chest pains. That's just, there's no way of getting around it. And it's, you know, it doesn't mean that I won't have a heart attack. I do have heart problems. I had open heart surgery on my heart when I was 6 years old. I have had two series of stents put in my middle age a few years ago. And where am I going? Where's the liquid fertilizer? Oh, I know where it's at. It's down here. So yeah, it's just part of life, you know. What are you gonna do? You got to live with it. Just take care of yourself. I try to, but I'll tell you, the worst thing for me is stress. When I was younger, nothing stressed me out. I used to be a paramedic. Those of you that have listened to me over the years know that I've done almost everything in life that you can do. But at one point, I was a paramedic. I managed an ambulance service. And so, you know, I used to be the person that they wanted to have in the back of the ambulance because nothing bothered me. I was calm, cool, collected, never let anything stress me out. Oh God, the older I get, everything stresses me out. I don't know what happened to the old me. If you get Play Anywhere games on Xbox, you get the PC copy for free. Well, that's good to know. I don't know if because again, I don't do Xbox, so I don't pay attention to any deals that they have on it. Generally, I'll just buy the online, or not online, the digital copy and just put it on the thing and play it. So that's good to know. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm going to run up to field number 4. I'm going to run over that cat. I just ran over a cat. Don't tell anybody. It's not my fault. Get off the road, stupid cat. I can't remember. I think I've used this seeder before. I think it's a pretty good seeder. God, look at the mud fly. Alright, I'm going to let this thing... Oh, you can't. Never mind. I was going to let it fold out, but you can't because if you jump out of the tractor, it stops. I was going to do something else, but I'll just wait. Okay, so now I don't want wheat. I want sugar cane. So we're going to go up to sugar cane. Drop this in. Boy, did you see the smoke jump out of that thing? Look at the smoke coming out of that John Deere. Look at that. When I hit the gas pedal, man, that smoke just barrels out of it. That's cool. I like that. Ollie Dark's in the house. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I like it when people keep me company. I don't like doing this by myself. That's why you'll notice when you watch my videos, it always sounds like I'm playing with somebody else. I've had people ask me over the years, why do you say that we are going to do this and we are going to do that in your videos? Aren't you playing by yourself? And I said, when I make my videos, yeah. I said it's usually at night and it's dark and I'm sitting there naked in a room and there's nobody else here and I'm just playing a game talking to myself. But that's not fun. So what I do is I just ran out of sugar cane already. Isn't that amazing? And I don't have a truck. I need to buy some way of getting that over here. Anyway, what I do is when I record, I kind of act like you guys are playing with me. It's from the audience that I know is going to watch the video. I'm saying you and I, are going to go and do this field over here. And when we're done, we're going to do this over there. That's what I mean when I say that. All right, so I'm going to have to buy a truck. I could lease one. I don't need another truck. Eventually, I'm going to do something different. Eventually, I'm going to use that seed tender trailer to get my seeds out on the field. But right now, I don't want to mess with that, so I'm going to lease a truck right now and have that. Let's go find it. There it is. I'm gonna have Doctor Who come over and teleport me over to field number 2, and then we're gonna grab some seed here. So Ollie, where are you from, buddy? Yeah, Alan's got it. I'm interacting with the audience, and the reason I do that is because if I don't do that, then that person that said, aren't you just sitting there by yourself playing a game? If I'm not interacting with my audience, or in my mind, if I'm not interacting with my audience, then you're right. I am just sitting here by myself, talking to myself. That seems crazy, doesn't it? Alright, I'm on the wrong side, I think. I'm on the wrong side. I gotta get on the right side here. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it loads from the back. It may. I'm gonna get stuck in all these ruts out here. Whoa! Alright. Yeah, there it goes. Boy, it's slow. Look how slow that thing's loading. I'm gonna be here a while. I'll tell you what, let me jump out of this while I'm waiting for that to fill. I think it'll still keep filling, if I'm not mistaken. And what was I gonna do? I had something in mind. What the hell was I gonna do? I was filling up the mixing thing, wasn't I? What do I need? I need barley or wheat. I think I've got wheat. Well, no, I have both barley and wheat because I just did a harvest. Dutch brandy called Viek. How do you pronounce that? Viek? Right, I need barley or barley. I was going to say barley or brandy. Yeah, we need a little brandy. Barley, I got 1,000 bushels. I've got 1,100 bushels of wheat. Let's do some wheat. And here we go. The soup du jour. Are you ready? Ah, refreshing. Cold. I have to set it down when I first take it out of the fridge because it's so cold. It's cold on my fingers. When are we going to see kids in Farmer's Dynasty? I don't know. I've got, let's see, I've got about a month's worth of videos recorded, so, and I still don't have kids. So I'm trying to figure out why. And I said this in the last episode I recorded because I was getting frustrated. And I said, because people are trying to tell me how they did it, and none of it works for me. And so I think there's something that they've done in the game that I haven't done. Uh-oh, I'm in the wrong one. So I think I don't have enough social points. I think I might have to have more social points. And so I'm working on getting social points by fixing everybody's farms up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Neo. Well, that took every little bit I had, didn't it? Alright, let me get this out of the way. I've got to get the grass guy going. Let me go to Thing. Okay, here's Thing. He think he's done with this field. Let me get him. Let me get him out of here. Now you notice these maps that have the terrain, the more real terrain, the things that you drive go much slower, like they would if they were in a field instead of a cement road. Woo! All right, where's my grass field at? Oh, It's down south. All right, here we go. Man, come on. This thing's really squirty. Okay, I want to get a run at it. Man, can't get much of a run. Is the wife home from her road trip? Yeah, she's back. She was only gone a few days. Let's see here. This is field, grass field number uno. So I want to do 1 and 1. And then let's find the start, which is over here. Okay, we're gonna turn thing loose here. There goes thing. I need to buy another thing, so I have thing 1 and thing 2. And he's going 24 miles. Oh wow, he's full already. Well, that was quick. Jägermeister. Jägermeister. What did I just say? No one loves me in Farmer's Dynasty. You gotta work at it. You gotta work at it. Here's what bothered me. I got so used to flirting with the girls trying to get one to like me, that when I finally got one to like me and I married her, I kept flirting. And the girls that you flirt with says, "Hey, does your wife know that you talk to other women like this?" And I got scared and quit talking to them. I thought that was pretty funny. All right, let's go find our tractor. And let me get this truck out of here. I'm going to hang on to this truck because I'm going to need him again real quick, I'm afraid. Because this doesn't go very far. Look, the tractor's sinking into the ground. I'm going to come and catch that little spot up there in a second. I think. There we go. So, this seeder seems to work pretty good. I might actually hang on to this seeder. Did I lease this seeder? I think I did. I think I might just buy it. It's a pretty nice seeder. And these fields that are so small like this, it seems to work pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Alright, I'm going to catch this little spot up here. Whoa, slow down. Slow down, you seed too fast. Alright, so I'm curious now. I'm not going to make it to the end, so I'm going to have to refill it. But I'm curious now to see if I can fill it from the rear. Let me grab the. Where's my truck? There it is. Let me see if I can fill it from the rear. Let's try it. Works. It worked for the fertilizer. Doesn't work for the sugar cane. Great. Okay, so the tanks on the back must be the fertilizer. I must need to get into the seed one. That's why. Look at the fertilizer one. They're huge tanks. The seed one, I think, is the one in the front. It's tiny. Gotta be an easier way. Oh, it's not working. Told you I was a whiner. Well, shoot. What did I do? Wrong angle? Too much of an angle? There it goes. All right, I have to ask, is anybody getting any buffering? Or does the stream seem okay? Might be the only problem with streaming on Sunday. Everybody's on the internet. Although I got 10 to 12 megabytes a second upload, that should be enough. But I've never really had buffering issues before. Okay, Gino says it's good for him. All right. I'm watching Twitch, and Twitch looks good. But it looks like oh, there it goes. The one that I was watching on YouTube on a different computer was buffering. That's why I asked. And anyway, it looks okay now. No buffering. It could be here because I think the kids are on the internet. I tell them not to, but they forget sometimes. I tell them don't go on the internet while I'm live streaming, but they sometimes forget. Little boogers. I can't go out and slap them in public or I get in trouble. They know when I'm mad at them because they'll run in front of the picture window or out on the porch. You can't touch me. People are going to see you. I say, that's what you think. I'm just kidding. All right, so the good thing about this sugarcane is I'll get 3 harvests out of it. And I won't have to do sugarcane for a while. Let me get this thing folded up. Brian Wheeler. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Kids back in school, Brian? Is your son school age? I can't remember. Wasn't he in kindergarten or something? But then again, you know, time flies. The kid's probably graduated by now. And I just didn't realize it. I'm going to continue using the cedar rather than go back and get the other one. So let's hope that it works okay and everything. And I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I did potatoes. I did sugar beets. I did sugar cane. Your kids are with your ex? How far does your ex live away? All right, I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna do wheat again because I think I just did all my wheat. Hey, Jeremy Burnett's around. Snuck in the back door on me. How you doing, Jeremy? All right, here we go. I'm gonna hire somebody and see if it works on this field. We got Jeremy Varner is on. Not far enough. Gino, that's funny. On Robillard Flats, all production, auto sell, money pours in. Oh, I haven't got that far into Robillard to have been making a lot of money yet. Now, the Canadian 10 one, oh my God, I had so much production on it. I think I've got about 32 million and I haven't even sold everything yet. Ah, Chase is in 2nd grade and daughter's in preschool. Do the kids like school? This is where I might have some problems. Let's see. Thank God there's no collision on the hedges. I mean, if you have to put hedges in, at least take the collision off, which is what he did, so that's nice. I'm doing great, Brian. Thanks for asking. Again, I want to mention that I'm going to try live streaming on Sundays and Wednesdays now instead of Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursday, they're too close. It was stressing me out, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are days that I have too much stuff going on around the house, and so I'm thinking that if I stretch them out a little bit, and I'm not doing any videos on Sunday, Monday, so I thought maybe I'll do a live stream on Sunday, and then Monday's going to be my day off, basically. Chase loves school. That's good. I suppose your daughter's probably not in preschool. That's they do a lot of stuff in preschool now. I think than what they used to do. Basically, preschool back in the day was like babysitting, but then they started bringing, you know, retired teachers in and doing more stuff. And then it got to the point where they said preschool, you know, was getting them prepared for kindergarten. Back when I was a kid, we didn't have either one. We just went right straight into 1st grade, and that's when I had my heart surgery. So I had to skip the 1st grade. I was a year older by the time I started 1st grade, and I did so well they kicked me up a grade. And then later on when I was in junior high, they kicked me up again. So I graduated really early. School was kind of boring to me. I used to finish, especially with math. I was a math major, and when I went into data processing and computer programming in college, was solid math. You had to know, you know, calculus and trig and algebra and all that junk, you know. And I was pretty good at it. I used to finish in high school. I used to finish my work right away, and I would run around helping everybody else in school, in the class. And I'd never make it now, because now you have to show your work. Back then, we would have problems, and I would do it, and the teacher would say, "How did you do that?" And I said, "It's easy. Can't you see it? I can just see it in my head." And he said, "But you don't have any. You didn't do anything on the paper." I said, "I didn't have to. I could see it." And now, if you can't put it on paper, they think you cheated or something. I don't know. And you won't get a grade if you can't do it on paper. You have to do it in writing, or you don't get a grade for it. I would never make it. This new math is just ridiculous that they're trying to teach now. Just because of the size on the map, it's so small. This wasn't the John Deere I was using for that. I was using that John Deere. And I just started using this John Deere on the seeder that you're seeing me use, because I just leased this seeder and I just wanted to get the job done. So normally I'd be using that big John Deere, if that makes any sense. Anyway, to answer your question, that's normally I wouldn't be using this tractor. All right, Ghost. Take care, buddy. Get a good night's sleep. And thanks for keeping me company. I'll see you next time. I just love that smoke coming out of the tractor. Yeah, normally I'm using big butts, but not with this map. I can't even drive around. This map's so small. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the plow, and I'm going to plow up some of those grass fields. Because, like I showed you earlier, look at the size of G5. The fields that have G on them are all grass. Now, why the mod author thinks you need that much grass, I don't know. There's only 13 fields, and they're teeny tiny. The majority of them, I mean, just look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5. Look how small they are. You don't get any big fields until you get down to 8, 10, and 11. Or maybe 7 is kind of a medium-sized one. But on a map this size, even those fields aren't that big. One of your biggest fields is that grass field, G5. Why would you do that? I don't need that much grass. Unless, now in 2015, I would beg to differ with that, because in 2015, you could make buku bucks by making silage. And when 2017 came around, they kind of switched that around. And so in 2015, yeah, you could use grass, make silage, and make a ton of money. Oh, you have to do good or you can't play football, then. That's the way it should be. Should do it good in school. I hated school though. Well, I shouldn't say I hated it. I had other things I wanted to do. I worked, so I didn't go to football games and basketball games and proms and parties and stuff like that, because as soon as school was over, I went to work. I had a job. I'd work in the morning before I caught the school bus, and as soon as I got home, I went to another job. I worked on weekends. And yeah, I just wanted to get out of school so I could go to work and be successful somewhere. I don't know. Kind of weird, but that was me. All right, so seeding's done. Let me head back to the farm. Let me check. I got all the plowing done of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I am set to do 3 fertilizations. So I'm going to have to watch the growth stage on these. So far, what happened to 2? Uh-oh. What? I thought I seeded 2, didn't I? I gotta check on that. I thought I seeded 2 in sugarcane. Maybe the map's off. I have a John Deere harvester. I'll show it to you in a second here. Let me get this guy off the field. I gotta figure out what's wrong with field 2, because that's the one I did sugarcane on. Why is it not showing as being seeded? That's crazy. Oh, you know what? It might be because it's sugarcane. Sugarcane has a lifespan of 3 harvests. I'm wondering if the growth pattern is different on sugarcane. That could be. Anyway, let me get this guy back to the farm. I'm just going to park him out here. There's another little grass field right here that's not even marked as being any kind of a field. So again, why do you need all this grass? I don't know. But I'll show you the combine. That's the combine I'm using. It's got an when you buy it, you get to choose the size of the pipe. I have the extra extension on the pipe. No particular reason. I don't really need it with this header, but with the other header, you're going to need it. There's a header that comes with this. Well, it doesn't actually, but there's a header that you can use with that combine, and I'll show it to you here. That one right there. Look at the size of that header. It's a 90-foot header, Draper, so you can put that thing on that combine. One pass down these small fields and it would be harvested. But I've got this thing remodded. This is not my mod. I don't make mods. I could. I just don't, because that's not what I do. I make videos. I'm not interested in making mods. It takes a lot of time to make mods, but I know how to do it. But I do remod them. So, but this particular one, the grain bin, in my mind, it wasn't big enough, so I put a little bit more volume to it. I made it drive a little bit faster. It actually drove pretty fast, but it didn't harvest very fast. So I modded the header to drive about 24 miles an hour. And then the thing that I didn't like about it was the unload speed on this thing. It unloaded very slow. You'd pull a truck up to it, and then you'd sit there for like 5 minutes, real life time, waiting for the bin to empty. So I sped it up a little bit. So it does unload a little bit faster. Other than that, it's pretty fun. I like the combines that have the balloon tires. Now, you don't have to have the balloon tires. You can buy it. Let me show you if you're interested in. Since you asked about the harvester, let me show you. It's this one right here. So when you buy it, you can put a bigger engine in it. Right now it's got 473 horse. You can give it the 573 if you want. There's wheel setup. You can do row duals. You can do John Deere 36-inch track if you want a tracked one. You can do Goodyear flotation. That's the one I like. I like the balloon tires for some reason. And then you can do the Goodyear duals. You can do Firestone row duals. Oh, we're back to that. You can put a satellite on it. You can put Starfire on it if you want. You can put a logo. If you put the logo, you're going to choose from either the custom modding logo or the RZR modding logo. And then you can put numbers on it. So if you had up to 5 combines, you can actually number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The pipe, you can do either standard or extended. I have the extended on. And then you can do a static grain tank. And what that means is, you see that the grain tank on mine, you push a button and it actually unfolds and opens. The static one is always open. It doesn't close. So you can do a foldable one or a static one. And but the numbering is kind of cool, because see, you got a number on the side, you got a number in the back, so you can actually number your combines if you have more than one of them. That's kind of cool. But I kind of like to see the bin open, so I chose the one that you could open and close the bin. Oliver Fox is in the house. Hello, how are you? Yes, it is, Gino. It's in the mod list. And for those of you that are patron that have access to my OneDrive, if you see something in there that I'm using, or if you don't see something in there that I'm using, can you let me know? Because I've got so dang many mods, as sometimes I forget to put them in there, or I'll take them out and remod them to do something new and forget to put them back in. So if you guys are through the OneDrive and you see something you want and it's not there, let me know, will you? All right. For those of you that are new, I've got 200-300 mods, and most of them are mods that I get and I want them to do something different. I want them to hold more. I want them to go faster. I want them to do something, you know, that they normally don't do. And so I remod them. Rather than keep a mod list, which takes up too much time, it used to take me a week's worth of time to keep all the mod links fresh, because the mod links would break, the mod would be taken down, it would be put up on a different page and all that kind of stuff, and everybody wanted a mod list. I was spending more time keeping a mod list up than I was actually making videos. So what I do now is I take all of my videos, I put them in a OneDrive, and if you become a patron on Patreon, if you become one of my patrons, you have access to that OneDrive. You can download any mod I'm using directly from me. So that's what I'm talking about with Gino. Gino was asking me if that combine was in the OneDrive, and it is. So anyway, there you go. I'm not trying to make a living on it, so I make it very easy for the people that want to become a patron and support me. It is nice to get a little bit of support, because it does cost me a lot of time and money to do this. And if you enjoy it and you want to support me, you can become a patron. You can donate as much as you want. You know, you can do $20, $10, $5, but I have it set all the way down to $1. So, you know, if you have a little bit of money and you want to support me, I appreciate it more than you know. If you have $1 you can spare, you can become a patron and you can download from the OneDrive. I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to make a living doing this. I'm just trying to get a little bit of help. So anyway, there's that. Let's see. I think I'm gonna pop the time forward a little bit. We got nothing else to do right at the moment. Now wait a minute. Do I want to do that? That's gonna mess up my spraying, isn't it? All right, look, I'm changing. I need to get down and spray. What happens is you have to watch these growth patterns, because you can only spray. I spray once when I seed, and now I need to spray a second and third time. So I've got to watch that growth pattern. Let me get down to field number 5. It's probably the furthest one. It's the first one I seeded. Alright, here we go. This is the second fertilization. Let me pop this over to soil. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Drop that down a little bit. Hit the road, Jack. I love this big brute. Have you guys seen this, him drive this in real life? He does this about 60 miles an hour. One day I was watching him do a field, and one of the watchers on his live stream said, "How fast are you going?" And he said, "About 60. He's just flying on this thing. Uh-oh, I hit. Oh, geez, oh, geez, oh, geez. Hit a light post. Isn't this cool? I love this. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? That was one of my favorite videos, watching them make this thing. They actually made this big bud. It was a case, if I'm not mistaken. And the big bud people gave them the frame that they could use. Oh, shoot. This is why I don't like using booms, but they're kind of cool. But I don't they're not as easy to use as a spreader. Anyway, I can't wait. We're gonna have some potatoes. Now I'm using different, I don't know if you noticed it, but I'm using different equipment on this map than I normally use for the potatoes and the sugar beets and the sugar cane. I decided to go with the system that Maverick uses, and that is that big Homer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me get Big Brute. Let's see, what's the next field that I did? Field number 1, I think. Let's go run up to field number 1. That beautiful lake in the sunset. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, so pretty. I think this is the next one. Let me check. Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to jump out of it. I wanted to do something like this. Alright, let's go back to the growth. Is that... Yeah, I think 1 is this color right here, which is the next step. So I can put a second one on there. That field number 5 I'm going to have to watch so it doesn't get away from me. Yeah, I used to do that. Too much work. I haven't done that in a long time. I think I've only done the oilseed radishes once since the game came out. This is what I'm using for my system this time. Normally, I use the Grims, if you're familiar with those. I've got the... well, let's see, where are they? I normally use these Grims, but this time I decided to use the Maverick ones, and that's this big Homer here. And then you get like this one. If you look at the potato right there, that's the potato header. There's a header for the sugar beets and a header for the sugar cane. So you buy one harvester and just switch out the headers. I decided to go that route this time. No particular reason. Decided to do something different. Get back to that tractor here. Alrighty. Let's see how much fertilizer I got left. I got quite a bit. Now if I'm doing corn or something such like that, I'll do, I'll use GPS, because right now you can see where the spray is because the ground is dark from being wet. But if you've got corn, sometimes it's kind of hard to see that. So I'll use the GPS after that. Then Brian just mentioned that he does the oil seeds. I've done that before, but normally I don't do the 3 fertilizations either. So I think I'm doing pretty good just by doing the 3 fertilizations. I normally don't, because I just normally don't. Half the time I forget to do it, then I don't get the crop yield. And anyway. Yeah, I'm just looking for a different map. You guys know I usually play a great big map, so I kind of thought I was looking for a smaller map that was fun to play, that wasn't, you know, too crazy. This one seems pretty nice. I didn't show you much of it, but it looks like it's pretty well done. Yeah, see, that's my problem there, Alan. I used that. I almost did it when I remembered that I had to fertilize. Had I used that fast forward mod, I would have lost my chance to fertilize field number 5 because it's already getting pretty dark as far as the growth stage. And I did, let me make sure I did. I have another mod that I need to make sure I take out, but this right here, I usually have this on fast growth. I turned it down to normal. I may have to turn this back down to slow, but I have another mod, an additional mod that speeds up the plant growth. And the reason I do that is because of the farms that I play that have huge fields. They take forever to grow. So why is that tractor still running? That's odd. It's, that must be the mod, because I've got the thing turned off so that when I get out of it, it's supposed to shut down. That's weird. Must be the mod. Hope it's not using fuel. Probably is. Darren's in the house. Sorry, Darren, I missed you. I didn't see you come in. I'm doing great. How are you? Hop Fetch V9. I'll check into it. Let me write it down. If you mentioned it before, Gino, I should have wrote it down, because as soon as I get off the live stream, I forget everything. Okay, Hop Fetch version 9. I'll take a look at that. I thought you could, Alan, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to test it out. But I thought you could. Now, you can't do that in Farm Dynasty because you'll ruin your crops. Let me check. Am I supposed to be doing this on this field yet? I don't know if I am or not. It doesn't look like it's... It might not be ready. I might be wasting fertilizer here. I think I am. It doesn't look like I'm getting credit for that. It's not turning color. Let me see what the growth stage is. It doesn't show because of that field. That's odd. Am I not supposed to be fertilizing this thing? It looks like the other field is ready. This one I seeded this one before I seeded this one up here. That's odd. It doesn't look like it's taken the fertilizer. All right, Brian, thanks for stopping by. I'm almost done here. I'm on my last minute anyway. So I'm going to be heading out too here in just a second. Thanks for stopping by there, Brian. It's good to see you. Tell Chase I said hello. Alrighty, I think I'm going to not do this right at the moment. Let me do a quick save game here before I forget. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I got my 2 hours in. I try not to do more than 2 hours. My wife likes to see me once in a while. Yeah, I think you can, Ginger. I think I read that someplace too. Thanks for the link, Gino. I'll turn that. I'll get to that link. Take a look at that. See what I think. I'm always interested in looking at new maps. So anyway, guys, I hope you had fun, and I hope you have a good evening. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company. And I will see you again probably next Wednesday. So it'll be the same time, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock my time. Again, I try to do fairly early. I'm on the west coast of USA. I try to do fairly early because a lot of you guys I know are across the pond, and I want to do it early enough so you can enjoy it. But I'm going to call it an evening. Good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.